Welcome to Book Trip Live, a Merrill Moss Media production. Today we are thrilled to have Diona Reasonover here with us today. She stars in the new comedy series Clipped on TBS. Right now we are having a little bit of tough technical difficulties, so let me just get her back on here. Never a dull moment, right guys? All right guys, we are back on.
Hi.
Yay! Okay, so there we go. Wonderful. All right, we're going to hang up the phone. We're going to make this happen.
All
All right, great.
right. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
Okay,
Sorry about
guys.
that. Technology is so much fun.
It is
It's
so
my
much
life is
fun.
literally a comedy, so it's great.
Right? I mean, we had to make the people wait. We had to have them stick around for you to come. So thank
Yes.
you for joining
Yes.
us.
Well, I guess I had a very Hollywood entrance, you could say. A little bit
Right?
late.
You had to be
Yeah.
fashionably late.
Oh, yeah.
um, so to kind of get started, can you just, tell us a little bit about Clipped and the character that you play on the show?
Yeah. Clipped is a sitcom, a multicam sitcom set in a barbershop in Boston. The guys who created it also created Will and Gray, so there's a little legacy there. Side note, the guy who plays Jack and the woman who plays Karen have never been on set, so if anybody knows them personally, please let me know that. I'd love to meet them. um, but it's about a group of friends, or actually about a group of coworkers who all work in the shop who were really friends in high school, but now are stuck working together and are kind of trying to navigate their lives and their dreams. It's got George Wyatt from Cheers. It's got Ashley Tisdale from High School Musical. It's got me from Live Chat at Book Trip. Hey.
Heyo. So
There's actually
now,
my bookcase. One of my bookcases is actually right behind me next to that dress form. That's where I keep all my
oh,
books about acting.
look at
And
that.
separated into sections. I like order when it comes to a good book.
Well, that's good. I mean, sometimes chaos is not always preferable in terms of that. So
Yeah.
we have a bunch of viewer questions, so we can kind of just dive right in since we made them wait. Let's
Yeah.
see. Do. All right. So this person asks, who in the comedy world or entertainment world in general do you look up to or draw inspiration from?
Ah, so easy, and I love this question. It would absolutely be Whoopi Goldberg. I've been told so many times I look like her, which is frustrating because when you're a black woman, you kind of want to be told you look like Halle Berry, but it never happened. I
You're
just
like
love.
rats.
I know. I'm like, okay, sweet. Whoopi Goldberg looks like she hasn't worn a bra since 1972, but whatever, I'll take it.
You're
I
like,
hope my
oh,
bank account. Yeah, I'll take it. I hope my bank account looks like hers one day. She's gone off into that like crazy pants world with the view and everything. But
mm-hmm.
comedy wise, like sister got it. She got an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. She got the famous EGOT. So if I could get
Right, it's
that,
definitely
I'd be
somebody you want to follow for sure. And there actually is a
yeah.
question here that has to do with Whoopi Goldberg. Kate
Oh.
says, I've seen some of your impressions. Your Whoopi Goldberg is the best. Can you do any
Ah,
for us here today?
my favorite. This is so dumb. I think this joke is so funny. My friends are all like, "This isn't funny at all." I like to do Macy Gray. My girlfriend is sitting on the couch looking at me like, "Don't do that."
No, like don't do it.
I like to do
No,
Macy
you
Gray.
have to do it.
Well, I assume that she just doesn't like. I can never understand she's saying anything she's saying. Like I just assume that she's always like, and that's just how she talks all the time. I think it's very funny to imagine Macy Gray just sounding like she swallowed an entire pack of lit cigarettes.
That's awesome. And now Kate says, what do you think Whoopi Goldberg would say if she saw your impersonation of her?
Yikes! Given the way that she's been reacting to things on The View, I feel like she would not be pleased. She'd be like, "That is,"
No.
she absolutely tell me that that is not what she sounds like, that that is inaccurate, and that she and Joy Bear have a very close relationship.
So
In my impression
now,
of Whoopi Goldberg, for everyone who hasn't seen it,
yes,
I
please.
just want to talk about how Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Bear like are constantly butting heads and fighting. That's what I imagine is going on backstage at The View. Is Joy Bear is a real close talker, and Whoopi Goldberg has just had it. She's sick of it.
She's like, no, I think I'm done with this. So we have
Yeah.
a really interesting question from Eliza. She said, if you wrote a book about your life, what genre would you categorize it as? Hmm.
Oh, what genre would I categorize that as? Is there a genre called jackass comedy? Is that like a genre? Because I think that's the
There
most
should be.
accurate label. I think so. I think the Dewey Decimal System has that. Jackass comedy.
Yes.
Yeah, you're when you're a little bit of an you're just a little bit of an asshole, just enough so that it's interesting, but
Right.
not enough that you push all your friends and family away. That's it.
That's awesome. Now, Leah says, I love your tweets. You tweeted out that you were going to start calling yourself the Tracy Chapman of comedy. Has that name stuck yet?
My girlfriend once again had a very she's looking at me like, stop putting me in this live chat. You want to wait? Oh,
Yeah, you need to. She needs to be in it. Come on.
she literally just ran out the front door. She would
Oh,
rather she would rather run out the front door than me put her on screen right now.
why?
No,
She's in
I
front of the
know.
camera.
I know. Yeah, she's an actress herself, but she's not having it. You can meet my cat, Warner.
Oh, we love
She
pets. We love
Oh,
pets. So
this
come
is
on.
my brand new 6-week-old kitten, Warner. She's a
Oh,
little cutie. Hey, look in the camera. Okay, well, she's never going to be a
she's like,
stage pet.
no.
The Tracy Chapman of comedy has not stuck. I think the twists are helping right now, but nobody wants to call me that. No matter how much I
Like
say it, no one wants to call me that.
self-proclaimed. You'll just call it yourself.
I think
So Natalie,
it's like a secret. You have to declare what you want.
that's true, right? You have to just go for it, and hopefully someone somewhere will make it stick. So now Natalie says you're no stranger to improv, which I'm sure she means improv, or the stage. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between theater and shooting for TV?
Yeah, I'm super lucky in that my first big thing is actually multicam, which is a lot like theater because it's done in front of a live studio audience. So when you're
Hmm.
watching the show and you hear all that laughter, that's not a laugh track. It's literally that's the audience, and they are real loud and real vocal, and you have people like standing up and cheering. So it's more like stadium rock in a way. But I think the only difference is you really have to, whereas with improv, you're sort of just trusting your partner and trusting yourself. Uh,
Hmm.
with TV, you've got all this other team of people surrounding you to trust. So your safety net becomes a lot bigger. But in terms of performing and in terms of like intentions and what I'm trying to bring to the role, it's the same thing for me.
Oh, definitely. And now, kind of talking about like the cast dynamic and just, the people on set. Kate wants to know what would you say is the best thing about being on the clip set? I would imagine you guys are able to have lots of fun.
We are. Oh, it's ridiculous. Ryan Pinkson, who plays Ben, was on Punked, which
Mm.
is, yeah, it sounds great until you realize that what he's doing is he's trying to punk all of us all of the time. All he wants to do is prank us. It's so frustrating. I also like to prank people, but I'm terrible at it, just horrible. Like, what usually happens is I hide somewhere totally obvious where people can see me, like they can see my hair or my feet sticking out, and then I'm just like, Diana, and I look up and I stare at them awkwardly for 10 seconds, and then I just scream in their face. Um, not good at I'm not good at pranks. But that's the fun part. That's the funnest part is that we're all such friends. We're all just trying to like crack each other up or make each other break. We call that breaking when you are on set and you laugh when you're not supposed to. So
Mm. So now Chase wants to know how similar are you to your character Charmaine on the series Clipped?
I am not nearly as cool, as organized, or as well dressed. Uh, Charmaine is really no nonsense, very dry. As you can see, I'm super silly and I would dare to say friendly as opposed to Charmaine. I don't think I would let Charmaine cut my hair. Like I feel
No,
like no, you would tell her what haircut you wanted, and she would give you whatever thought would suit your face best, even if it's not what you asked for.
not what you wanted at all.
Nah, I didn't ask for a bob, Charmaine. Okay.
So now Kristen wants to know if you could star on any show currently on air, what would it be and who would you want to play?
Grey's Anatomy, Grey's Anatomy. so much Grey's Anatomy. Um, they are always, I don't know where they get those cases from, but it's always somebody has like a flesh-eating virus or they managed to get something stuck in their body. Like there was a guy, there was a guy who had an entire like tree trunk like just stuck in him, or like this woman who had been eating so much fur, so much of her own hair, she had like a fur ball that was like the size of a baby. I want to see
And
what
now
they
would
would
you
come up with.
and now would you want to be like kind of like a new doctor, or would you want to be like a patient that came in with one of these crazy ailments?
No, ma'am, I want to be one of them crazy old patients. And they always have the worst excuses too. Like that one with the hair is like, I don't know, I just got nervous and it's just my nervous condition. I'm like, what? How do you have that much hair on your head that you gave yourself a baby? You gave yourself a hair baby. Why you do that?
That's
No.
awesome.
Yeah.
So Leah wants you to describe each of your co-stars in 3 words or less.
Ah, this is a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Um, uh, George, I can cuss on this, right? Can I cuss?
Of course, we welcome that.
Great. So George went. Fuck it all. Uh, Mike Castle, skinny, goofy thinker. Ryan Pinkson, pranking Jigglypuff. Do not tell Ryan Pinkson that I just compared him to a Pokemon.
Do not.
Ashley Tisdale, sweet, funny, smart. Lauren Lapkus, hilarious, uh, talented character. Uh, who's left? Mo, who's played by Matt Cook. Mo, so insanely talented. And then is that everybody? Is that everybody? Oh, even though he's not like necessary, he's only a guest star. I'm gonna go ahead and describe Rogie Bell Johnson, who was Carl Winslow on Family Matters, with always a
Hmm.
cop. Yeah, that's how I describe him. Always a cop. That's my 3 words for him.
That's awesome. Those are great descriptions. All right, so we
Hey.
have another question. Do you watch the episodes each week with cast and friends? What's it like seeing yourself on screen? Are you critical?
Nah, I'm like I'm on screen, y'all. I am not critical. I know there's some people. I'm not just checking my phone. I'm actually trying to pull up a picture. We all watched the episodes together. Here's a picture. This is going to be so tiny because it's on my phone. But here's a picture of us
Just,
all
just,
at
just put it real close.
yeah. Here's a picture of us all at my place watching it. You can't see that, but some people from Brazil, like a bunch of people from Brazil, sent us a picture that was like, "We love clips," so we took a picture that said "Thank you, Brazil" and sent it to them. Um, but I'm so excited to be on screen. I'm so hood too. I'm like, champagne, popping bottles. All I do is win. I'm like a Drake music video when I'm on screen. I got no shame. If that wasn't the perfect Emmy winning take, I don't care. All I care about seeing is seeing my face in that little box.
You're like, I'm just going with this. Okay, so it says, since you also write, do you have any current projects in the hopper? Any shorts or work we can look forward to? That's from Chase.
Hey, Chase. I have a lot of good friends named Chase. Once again, my girlfriend is just staring at me. She's looking at me like, yes.
Tell her she cannot make any type of judgment if she's not going to get in front of the camera and talk to us.
Oh,
So there
you
you
getting told off. You getting told off here. She's laughing.
go.
She's not coming on camera.
Oh man, I got to
I know.
work on it.
I'm going to work on it. She's a little librarian. Um, I do write. I'm looking at producing some stuff this fall. I'm working on with my writing partner um, a web series that is a superhero comedy. So
Ooh.
that is something that people can look out for late in the fall slash early winter. It's LA, so we don't really have seasons. So I'm just taking a wild stab as what season it would be in November because it will
Yes.
probably be 87 degrees. So
The hot
who knows?
season, which is
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly. Earthquake season.
Um,
We have earthquake season, fire season, and I'm stuck in traffic season. Those are our seasons.
yes, traffic doesn't look fun out there. I apologize for that for you guys.
Thank
Okay, so we have, let's see. Oh, I'm doing something wrong right now. So you got your start in Detroit and then moved to LA. What sparked the move? Did you always know you would, have to move out to California to do what you wanted to do?
No, I never pictured myself living in LA. Like this, I got into school here. I got into Cal Arts, which just seemed like a really exciting, fun program. That's what got me out here. Because I was like, I always thought LA was literally like what I saw on Full House. Like I thought it was just full of Stephanie Tanners and like life
Yeah.
lessons. So I was never interested. I also thought I thought it was that and Baywatch combined. Baywatch was my favorite TV show as a child, like by far. I still know all the words to the theme song. Um, but when I got out here, I was shocked that I actually liked it. It seems logical to me to
Mm.
live in a place where it doesn't snow. So yeah, I'm stuck now.
You're like,
Unless,
I'm not.
oh yeah, I'm not moving. I finally found a parking spot for my car, so I'm definitely not leaving LA.
Like never. And that kind of ties into this question from Susan that said, is there anything about living and performing in Michigan that you miss?
I wish I could say that I really performed in Michigan. Michigan is great, and Detroit right now has a really great improv scene that's sort of blossoming.
Hmm.
This weekend, in fact, if anybody's out there, is the Detroit Improv Festival. Um, but I wasn't really plugged in to the art scene while I was there. So I wish I could say that I performed more while I was there. And there were opportunities that I just didn't take. So that's my bad. But
It happens.
yeah, I know.
We're like,
I made this so
yeah.
sad. I know I made this so sad. But my mom, however,
Um,
my mom is an actor and she is always performing in something. It's crazy. Uh, so she's taking full advantage of what Michigan has to offer.
right? She's doing it up for you.
She's doing it
Okay, so we
big.
have doing it big, Ma. So if you wrote a show that got picked up and you had the pick of the litter for, actors, who would you choose to star in it?
Oh, Kristen, you're my favorite person. Kristen, this is the best question I've ever been asked. Kristen, I'm going to assume that you're a casting director and also an agent and a manager for some big Hollywood names. So I'm going to hold you to this. Um, if I could have literally anybody, Morgan Freeman is going to play my boyfriend. Not kidding. Morgan Freeman will play my father. I guess my much older father. I'm terrible. Okay. Here, now you're going to learn the truth about me, which is that I am terrible at casting. I have no sense of anyone's age. I think Rachel Ray and I are the same age, pretty much the same person because I relate to her so much. Um, but I mean, I would definitely want people like Morgan Freeman, but then I want like crazy people who don't even really act like T.I. Like I would love to be on set with T.I. He seems so fun. Am I right? I watch so much trash TV. I love T.I. and Tiny. They just seem like fun, like generally okay people.
Hmm.
And then like she already has a show, but Issa Rae from Awkward Black Girl seems so talented and so wonderful. I'm always gonna put Lauren Lapkus and Matt Cook in anything I do from Clipped. I'm a shout out to a bunch of my homies who don't have acting roles right now. I'm putting my girlfriend in that bad boy because it's my show and you can't stop me. I'm putting everybody in. I'm putting everybody in. I'm giving shout outs to all the friends, all the homies, and my mom. Y'all, my
And
mom's
your
an actress.
mom.
I'm putting my mom in my show.
And now would she play your mom or would she play like somebody else?
No, I think I want my mother to play an IT person, like a technical support person, because I
Hmm.
think because she's a wonderful person, but she's just like every other mom when it comes to anything relating to computers, which is that I'm like, just restart the computer. And I will just see her like on the screen because we'll live stream. And I'll just see her looking at the screen like she's never started a computer before. I'm like,
She's like,
you started it to
how'd
get
you
in
do
this mess.
that?
I'm like, I know you know how to turn it on because you turned it on to get into this mess. So I don't know.
That's great. All right, so I've got a question from Frankie. They ask, do you have any embarrassing audition stories?
Yes,
Ooh,
I
juicy.
have. I have all of the embarrassing audition stories. Um, I had an audition for a McDonald's commercial, and I was super excited, and it's my first like big commercial audition where it wasn't going to be shot in somebody's basement and paying me $5. So I told my mom, and my mother's response was one, to tell all my aunts and uncles and everybody that I had already gotten cast in a McDonald's commercial, and two, to DVR every McDonald's commercial she could find in the hopes of finding me, even though I was like, the audition isn't until tomorrow, so I don't know why you're doing this today. Um, and in the commercial, I was supposed to hold up a chicken sandwich. All I was supposed to do was hold up a chicken sandwich and talk about it. Um, and when I got in the room, this is how commercial auditions are. They give you this script sometimes if there's a lot of words, but then when you get in there, there's this whole other thing to be done where you're like, where they're like, all right, you're gonna come in, you're gonna slate your name, you're gonna look to the camera, you're gonna say that first line, you're gonna sit in this chair, say that second paragraph about how wonderful the sauce is, cross the room, hit this mark, hold this broom, talk about the chicken sandwich, take a bite, and then say, McDonald's, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah, 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 yeah. Right. It was so fast. The guy's just like so sick of hearing people say this. Uh, and when you're at commercial auditions, it's literally a room full of people who look exactly like you. So I was like, all right, okay, I got this, I got this. The producers come in because they want to see it, and this very rarely happens in an initial audition. But the one of the women was like, I know you. I brought you in specifically because you were like, I saw you perform at Second City, and I thought you'd be great for this. So it was basically her way of being like, don't fuck this up for me. Which I immediately was like, well, now this audition is ruined. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
I walked in, said my name incorrectly, tried to sit in the chair, knocked the chair over, knocked the sandwich over, reached down to pick up the sandwich, dropped the damn chicken all over the floor, took a bite and just said McDonald's and looked in the camera like an idiot, like doing none of the things I was supposed to do, saying none of the things I was supposed to say. And that woman looked at me with like the disappointed eyes that only a mother can give you. Like it was as if I had told her, like, Mom, I'm never going to college and I hate school and I'm never giving you grandkids. It was like I had told her all that. So that was terrible. And I did not get that commercial.
Oh man, you
Uh,
didn't. I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought I did too. I thought I really nailed it. I'm gonna tell you, I walked out of that room with my head held high. Nope. I took a
That's
commercial
what you
class
gotta
right
do
after that. Yeah, I guess.
though.
You gotta lie to yourself.
Right, I know. So Susan wants to know, what are three things that you can never leave home without?
Let's see what's in the purse. Number one is my cell phone. I always gotta have this little baddie. Number two
Hmm.
is a can of Altoids. I think they're very important for life and for being sociable. And number three is, let's see what else is in here that I absolutely have to have. Oh, it's not in here, but some type of lip balm. I'm a lip gloss or lip balm addict. As you see, I have full lips, so there's a lot of real estate to cover here. So I got to make sure that I got like, usually I have like 2 packs of lip gloss or lip balm in here. I'm like Little Mama. Little Mama wrote that song Lip Gloss about me. But
Right?
guys, I'm Little Mama's muse.
I'm more of a chapstick kind of person, but it's okay. We can be friends.
What? Really? Chapstick? What flavor?
Original.
You said that like I was gonna tease you about that. Original's a great
I don't
flavor. There's a reason it's original.
know. That's true. I mean, if I say cherry, I mean that's kind of stereotypical, so I'm like, no, original.
Well, listen,
I'll
you're
be
not Carrie.
classic.
Yeah, don't be Katy Perry. Don't pick cherry. It's terrible.
I'm classic.
You did
Um,
it.
I did it. All right, so I got a question for you from Frankie. He says, any shows that you're currently binge watching on Netflix? That's the thing.
I'm just getting started on Sense 8. It's so good. I didn't expect it to
Ooh,
be good. Have you seen it?
no. No,
Frankie,
I'm hearing mixed reviews, so I'm a little hesitant. So I hope it's good when I do start it.
it is good. I mean, I sort of had to like let go of a lot of expectation. Like I feel like if you can come to things and be like, all right, let's see what you got, and not come to it with expectations, it's great. I love
Yeah.
I love Orange is the New Black. I watch Grace and Frankie. I don't binge watch it, but I watch it. You know what I mean? I'm always I can do a little Lily Tomlin. I'm fine with that.
You can hang, you
Uh,
know.
I can hang. And then let's just be honest with ourselves because I picked three shows that are pretty acceptable to be watching. I watch a bunch of crap. I watch Buddy Valistri, Cake Boss, love it.
Yeah.
A bunch of it's
Yes.
on there. I watch. My girlfriend is looking at me. It's not on Netflix. I guess it is. Can you hear her yelling at me? She's like, you better tell them that. She's like, you better tell them that you watch Say Yes to the Dress. Guys, I've seen every episode of Say Yes to the Dress. I watch Say Yes to the Dress Original. I watch Atlanta. I watch Big and Beautiful. I watch Say Yes to the Dress Bridesmaids. I watch Say Yes to the Dress Randy Knows Best. I love Say Yes to the Dress because it's the perfect show, you guys. If you're like busy like me, if you leave the room or you go and practice for your audition, when you come back, that woman is still going to be looking for a white dress. You're never behind the times. You're always ahead of the game. I know what's going on. Everybody's always happy. Nobody's ever like,
That's
oh, yeah, it's great. I love it. She made me say that. She made me.
So now we're going to throw back a little bit to the clipped days, which is current, but we're just getting off topic now. So now, what was the audition process like for clipped, and did you prepare for that role at all? Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Did you
So
cut
very,
people's hair? Please don't tell me you cut people's
yeah,
hair
I
because that would
shaved.
be
I
a
did.
big no.
Well, I just ran up to people and I was like, "Can I cut your hair?" And didn't wait for them to answer and just snipped it. Um, no, I did not do that. That's assault. I did not commit assault.
That
Um,
is assault.
yeah, that's a that might be felony assault, in fact. Um,
Maybe.
I actually had to self-tape. I taped myself
Hmm.
reading the sides for Charmaine, and then they brought me in, and I did like the producer session and the network test and the studio test, and it was interesting because when we first did it, we were all duped. They wanted everybody to audition with a Boston accent. My Boston accent is probably about as good as Donald Trump's, i.e., it's terrible because everything he does is terrible.
Yes, of course.
Um, and I hope Donald Trump is watching this right now, dude. I'm sorry.
He
Uh,
is. He's a fan of clipped.
yeah, he's a huge fan. He was like, watching. I'm taking that show off my DVR. Right? He, it was not he. The process was nerve wracking because I had never really auditioned for like a network sitcom like that. So I kind of the whole time thought like, oh, I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get a call back. Then you get a call back. And I just thought that the whole time. And so then when they called and told me that I had booked it, I was honestly shocked. My agent, who is super sweet and super lovely, called me while I was out buying sunglasses for myself because that was my big treat. I was buying myself prescription sunglasses, guys. Uh, and he called me and he told me that I had to come to the office to sign some paperwork, which made sense because I had just booked a commercial. Once again, they paid $5 and shot in somebody's basement. And when I got there, he had a bottle of champagne and he had my manager on the phone on speakerphone, and they were both like, "Congratulations!" So it was good. It was great. It was a wonderful process. The casting director Julie Ashton is an amazing person, and I never felt scared. That was the crazy thing was I never felt scared because I didn't think I was gonna get it.
Well, it's actually a great thing. So at least you were not expecting it, and then it was like, yeah, and then you could pop bottles and have fun and buy sunglasses, lots of them.
Before we move on, one more quick thing about the role. I because I had that they wanted that Boston accent originally. I had a friend from Boston. I had sent him the sides, and I asked him to send me a tape of him saying some words from the script.
Mm.
Sides just mean part of the script, if you don't know that. Um,
Yeah, of course.
and he's my girlfriend's in the room, so I'm going to say this very carefully. He's real hot. He's a really hot guy, and I don't know why, but he did it shirtless. Like he did the video for
Ah.
me with no shirt. I guess he was just like in his house just chilling. And so I'm like trying to like listen to him talk, but I'm like,
Drooling.
yeah. So I didn't really learn a Boston accent so much as I did like share with this really hot guy's abs. Ah,
That's
it's a
great.
good process.
Now, right? I know that's the process. That should be the process for everything. Wow, tongue-tied today. It's Friday. We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of the chat, and before we kind of conclude, I would be, stoned to death if I didn't ask you this question.
Oh,
Are you currently reading any good books?
I am actually. I finished Middlesex, which I was rereading. I love Ursula Le Guin. I absolutely love her. I love Zora Neale Hurston and Audre Lorde. Um, right now, in terms of reading, I'm doing a lot of like boring actor reading. So I love reading biographies. Let's see what's on the bookshelf. I don't know if this
Yes, please
computer's
take
gonna.
us to the
I don't
bookshelf.
know if this computer's gonna reach. You're just seeing my acting bookshelf right now. But
Ooh, fancy.
I read Rachel Dratch, Girl Walks into a Bar not too long ago, which is it was really nice to see a little bit into the process of Saturday Night Live. This is my favorite book. This is my favorite like acting uh, autobiography that I've ever read. It's Kathy Griffin's novel, Official Book Club Selection. Let me just open it up
Ooh,
to. I took the jacket off for some reason. It's a really cute jacket. It's a really cute jacket actually. But I'm reading that, and it's you guys, it's fabulous. I've got Fun Home over here, which is great because I went to Oberlin College. Um, and I also have, oh man, I'm gonna be stoned to death when I say this. I also have Tracy Morgan, I Am the New Black, which I read, but I sort of
yes,
feel like he didn't write so much as he spoke into a tape recorder and had somebody transcribe that for him.
probably.
So that's what's on my bookshelf right now. Those are all my boring acting books. Read
That's
Official Book Club
awesome, though.
Selection, though. Official Book Club Selection by Kathy Griffin is really good.
Ooh. Well, thanks so much for the recommendations. I know that a lot of people here are probably curious to know. And also, I wanted to thank you for joining us. I know we had a little technical difficulties at the beginning, but that is life, so we will just press on. And we can catch Clipped on TBS on Tuesdays at 10. Is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm putting that out
Yes, that is
correctly.
correct. Correct. Tuesdays at
Wonderful.
10 p.m. And guys,
Wonderful.
remember.
And
Oh wait, can I point out one more thing?
yes, of
Do you
course,
know
go for it.
what literature this is from? Anybody know? Type it
Anybody?
in.
Anybody?
3, 2, 1. I'll say it. It's from The Outsiders. Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold. Yay!
Oh, this was my drum roll. I wasn't like trying to do anything strange.
No, I thought it was a drum roll. It was a very good. It was a djembe. You're playing the hand drums, the African hand drums. Good.
I try. But thank you so much again. This has been wonderful, and hopefully we can have you on sometime soon. And
Yeah.
that's it. Happy Friday, guys.
Thank you. Happy Friday. Bye.
Bye, guys.